Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you would like me to do for future videos. So today we are talking about My Hero Academia Season 4, Episode 16, and I'm going to be honest, I was kind of bored watching it. Not really a whole lot of action going on. We have the three Shetsuku High School students. We have them, we have Bakugo, and we have Shoto Todoroki going in there basically to try to get their provisional hero license. So for whatever reason, we have no idea what happened to Cammy, other than she was definitely got met up with Toga at some point in time, and Toga ended up getting her blood. She probably maybe drugged her or something. We honestly have no idea. The other characters were saying that Cammy was actually an easy target because of her personality. She does have a very bubbly personality, seems very trusting of people, so that could definitely pose an issue, as well as to why she was targeted by the League of Villains to get more information about Class 1A from UA. Other than that, we really don't know too much information about her. Still have no idea what her actual quirk is. Hanasha, he is, he's got a stereotypical personality. He's trying to be friends with everybody. He's trying to kind of do what All Might is, be friendly and be a symbol of peace to everybody. But in reality, he is forcing himself to be friends with Shoto. Even Shoto says, don't worry about it too much, being friends with me, etc. And they all kind of have these different approaches trying to pass this exam. And basically the exam is a bunch of elementary school kids that have come in that need some sort of discipline, and basically the idea is if they can win these kids over and get them back on track to where they can study for school and be good to go. So let's start with Bakugo's approach. His approach is, let's find the leader, the ringleader that is making all the kids act like this, and let's tie him up and have the other kids throw rocks at him. That approach does not go down well with the other members that are in there, and they basically turn that down immediately. Next we have Inasa's approach, which is kind of talking about what heroes are to the students and not being, a waste of time. But that kind of backfires on him, unfortunately, where the kids are like, wait a minute, aren't you wasting money right now by having these people are basically forced to create a special class for you because you didn't have the ability to do it in the first place? So then he just kind of buries his head in the ground. He's like, oh crap. Shoto is trying to give them backstory, and all of the kids are like, yup, this is boring. And then Cammy is trying to use her body and basically get a hold of the boy students, kind of flirt with them a little bit. And I think it works for the boy students, but does not work for the girl students. The girl students want nothing to do with her, and they're just like, ignore her. And then they found out that she likes Shoto, and they don't want to be like her, so they're like, oh, we got to ignore Shoto as well, even though the little girls kind of like him too. So now we're kind of back to square one. They all need to figure out a plan to basically get these kids in line, and now they're going to be fighting. What we learn is that because the symbol of peace, All Might, is no longer there, these kids think that they are stronger than heroes, think that their abilities are better than heroes, and that basically they can do whatever the heck they want with their quirks whenever they want, which is not the case. So basically the episode ends with them almost fighting. So next episode, there's probably going to be a fight between the heroes in training and all of these kids. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. But then the other student says, Senji, the Shiketsu High School student who is there. The only guy that's not there that we have currently seen is the guy that's covered in hair. The meatball guy, basically, I think he did technically pass the licensing exam too. He was there to observe. He said that this is going to go one of two ways because this is a bad idea. One, you beat them and then they all feel like crap and terrible and you're not going to win them over. Or two, you lose to them and they're going to feel more empowered and overpower the teacher even more. There's no good middle ground for them physically fighting, showing off quirks, etc. Not good, not going to happen. But we did get to see some sort of Cammy's ability, which it might be like a make people nice ability, perhaps, maybe similar to that one UA teacher's ability where she basically makes men fall in love with her. It could be something similar to that. I'm not exactly sure how that goes down. And then on the sideline, while this is going on, we kind of have All Might and talking to Endeavor. And Endeavor is like, I want to be the strongest that there was. I don't want anybody to be anybody stronger than me. So I went out, I went to fight people. Sorry, my allergies are bugging me right now with a little bit of dust. And I tried to climb and climb and climb. And even when I got top to the tallest mountain, there was kind of like an animation here. It was like there was still even more gargantuan mountain standing there with me being so tired that I'm never going to be able to reach it. And he is trying to figure out how he can be the new symbol of peace because he is now the number one hero. So I think from what I've seen or heard, I should say, manga-wise, I know there's going to be an Endeavor arc at some point. I think that probably the end of this season is either going to go into that, we're going to go into that into a few episodes, or that is going to be something we will probably see next season as well. I don't really think it's going to be huge this season, but we learned that All Might was basically, show that everybody was safe all the time, show that he's always got a smile on his face, he's always there for people, he'll do what he can, he'll be the best hero there is, which is basically what All Might was. Endeavor, on the other hand, he just has a very terrible personality. Strength-wise, I think between him and All Might, I don't think he was anywhere really near All Might's level. I think there probably is villains out there right now that probably could beat him if they needed to without too much effort. Where he would probably need to team up to defeat them, such as that giant guy that we saw from the League of Villains that was a direct underling of All For One, which we still don't know what his name is. All we know is that he can literally destroy mountains. So moving forward, next episode, I think we're going to see the kids fighting the possible heroes. I think we're going to get more of Endeavor talking to All Might about what it means to be the number one hero, what it means to be the symbol of peace. But other than that, I'm not really sure where they're going to take the rest of this season. As I said, no Deku. I think we're not going to see a lot of Deku for the rest of this season. We might get a little bit of snippets of what is happening at UA. But I think the bulk of it is going to be this provisional exam for the next 10 episodes or so. All Might talking to Endeavor and possibly leading up to the point where it goes into like the Endeavor arc. Other than that, I don't think we got much more going on this season. I think the climax already happened, and now we're kind of in the downslope, which kind of sucks because I like my fighting. I really do. When I'm watching like an anime that I know is known for fighting, that's kind of what I want to see. I don't need the political nonsense. I mean, I want some of the backstory, but that's kind of where it was. There wasn't really any fighting in this episode. It was just basically a lot of talking. So this particular episode was just kind of meh for me. It didn't really do much for me, didn't get me hyped, didn't get me on the edge of my chair like previous episodes have done, but overall, definitely not the worst episode this season so far. My name is Steve Gray, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.